Our next speaker is Rob Glazer. Rob's going to discuss the current status of the industrial market, and as a brief introduction, Rob has been in the real estate business since 1977, and in 1985 he joined Picor in its first year of operation. He remains one of their top producers. He specializes in the industrial market. He's recognized throughout Tucson as a top industrial broker, and he's one of only 3 Tucson real estate professionals to hold both a CCIM and an SIOR designation. Rob Glazer.
Good morning. 90.4% occupancy. We haven't seen vacancy in single digits since 2008. 7 years. Time flies when you're having fun. Year-to-date absorption is a healthy 758,000 square feet. The majority of this absorption has occurred in small spaces under 5,000 square feet. Small business has led this absorption. The mark to consider is 92% occupancy. This is the point that we achieve a balanced market between landlords and tenants, and rents will significantly begin to increase. There's 3.8 million square feet of vacancy today. In order to get to 92%, we need to absorb an additional 560,000 square feet, which should occur in the next 10 to 12 months. Even though we still at that point have a vacancy of 8%, in Tucson there is a high degree of functional obsolescence in our industrial product. The majority of the industrial buildings in Tucson are over 28 years old. Of the 3.8 million square feet, there are 9 buildings, spaces over 100,000 square feet, totaling 1,427,000 square feet. That's 38% of the market. So I'm saying it's 38% of the vacancy. And that part of the market has been very, very slow to move. There have been some significant users, and it's kind of interesting because some of the larger users in the market are choosing to build opposed to occupy one of these 9 alternatives in the market. Certain submarkets in Tucson are starting to see rent increases due to their lower vacancy. In Northwest Tucson, the vacancy is down to 5.2%. In the Palo Verde Ajo area, the vacancy is down to 6.4%. So, in general, the industrial tenant is not as location specific as retail or office. So we don't expect even in those markets for rents yet to dramatically increase. But we are close to that balanced market, and I have a client who says the sequel to the market over the last 7 years is right around the corner, and it's called Revenge of the Landlord. Land sale activity has bounced off the bottom, kind of led by the recent acquisition by Home Goods of 108 acres, but there's still minimal activity in the industrial land sale market. There really are no developers who are looking for land to develop industrial product right now, and as I mentioned, there are a few build-to-suits that are looking in the market. Cap rates for industrial investment property are trending down. There was a recent sale of a couple of Hulualoa assets that traded just below 8%. Ventana Medical built a new distribution building in the far northwest. That sale trade at a 6.9% cap. Generally for stabilized industrial multi-tenant assets, they're trading in the 7.75% to about 8%. So in summary, as the market continues to absorb, as we approach that 92% occupancy, which should occur in the 10 to 12 months, rents in small spaces we expect will increase up to 20% over the next 2 to 3 years. It's a pretty significant increase. Tenants will start to buy buildings, land will begin to trade, developers will enter the market, and we expect that large space absorption will improve. Thank you.